There we go. Audio. Hey. Seems like it's been a while since I've last done this because all my audio settings are not working correctly. Everything's all borked. Hey, there we go. Now we got background audio too. Okay. Um, this song is "If You Can't Vibe with the Peter Criss Jazz, You Must Be Crazy," I think, by Via Luna. And then it's just going to be other random math rock that whatever YouTube Music picks. So I need to finish setting myself up here. Gosh, call this the tree ballet tray. Maybe the ballet tray, I think, is a better ballet tree. Yeah, temporarily rename, save. Yeah, okay, saved. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. I think I'm streaming it. Oh, I need to go make sure that I'm looking at the right. My window's moved around, and is it actually showing my? We're live, right? Hey, there we go. Okay, now I actually have all the windows set up. It's been it's been too long since I've done this. Clearly. Yeah. So today I've had, well, not today, but over the past week or so, maybe 2 weeks, I've had this idea for a tray for holding the stuff that normally lives right about there on my kitchen counter, and I would like to have a tray for that so that I don't have to have it just sitting on there. I can have it up and elevated and have sort of a nice little sort of elevated tree thing to hold my stuff. And somebody, I went hiking with a friend yesterday, and she was giving me guff saying, like, whatever you do, try to make it not tacky because it's gonna look. I gotta silence my watch. It's gonna look probably terrible and tacky, so I have to try and not make it do that, and take the thing in my head and turn it into something that actually looks decent. So, yeah, that's more or less the gist. I've got kind of an idea how I want to go about it, but I think the easiest way to do it is just going to be to start with some construction lines and figure out like spacing and volume and stuff, because this thing's going to be pretty big. I want it to be like, I want like a 7-inch, a 5-inch, and like a little 3-inch disc, or trays basically, that all will, that'll all hold different things, but give me a lot of room to store stuff. So in order to do that properly, and in particular print the base in one section, I have to design this so that it'll actually fit on my printer, because I think I might be pushing the limits of the volume I can fill. So, yeah, I think that's enough information to get going, so I'll just hop into it. The core of the idea is to do sort of a sequence of discs, basically, with some overlap between them, and let's see. Oh gosh, this is all in millimeters, and I think I want to do this like partly in inches, partly in millimeters, which is going to be really crunchy. Let's make this one like 5 inches. Make this one like 4 inches. It could even be 6 inches, I think. Didn't realize how big. Yeah, gosh, those can be pretty big. I didn't realize. Yeah, 7 inches should be about right. So we'll do like 175, 150, and 25, I think. Should give me sort of the overlap I'm looking for. And then probably, let's do like a quick line right here. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Let's take these three, cut them out. Oh, cannot be cut to the clipboard. That's rude. Maybe it's just the point that I can't. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna get rid of these then, and do this in a separate sketch. So we'll call this the print area sketch. And this is really realistically more like 340 millimeters to a side. And this music is too energetic, so I'm going to try and go find something a little more low energy. gosh. What do I got? I think one of my old playlists is yes, Zeph's Chasing Kara. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This is the music that I always modeled to when I streamed a lot, but it'll do well enough for now. So let's see, 175 millimeters, 150 millimeters, and 125 millimeters. I want this one to have maybe 2 inches overlap, so we'll call that 50. And this one can have a little less overlap, maybe like just an inch of overlap. Those can all move together. Let's say I want this 100 millimeters from the end. Call that good. Then, oops, hang on. On the front plane, I will do another quick sketch. Go over there. Oops. Actually, I don't want to copy that just yet. I need to have some extra features down here so that I can line it up with the, make those, there we go. Okay, so now I can use this bottom sketch to align my, oops, I forgot that that always does it as though it's going to do a diameter, but I just need a depth here. So say I want like a 1/2 inch of depth in the bowl, and maybe like a 3/8 inch rim. So 3/8 inches. Feels a little bit perverse to be using imperial dimensions, but good enough. I think I wanted about, the bottom of it should be about 3 inches off the table, so. Oops, why can't I? Gosh, that really does not like being selected. Okay, that's enough information that I can now paste that twice more. And do a pierce. And a pierce. And this, all I'm doing right now is sort of figuring out and spacing things so that I can do the rest of this sort of flying it in later. I'm going to have the radii be equal on all 3 of them, just because it feels right. I think, oh, you know what? I'm going to need a center line for all of them so that I can revolve them later and have them as sort of reference surfaces to model other things relative to them. So, do a pierce there, and a pierce there, do that. Let's see, all of you are equal. Gosh, it really wants to sit a little further back, doesn't it? Let's see. Let's do like 3 inches between them. That should be enough. Maybe 1.5 inches. I know I'm saying 1.5 inches and then not actually dimensioning 1.5 inches, but you'll just have to bear with me. I do what I want. 37.5, please. Oops, turned out not bad. There we go. So now, let's see. Let's do a quick revolved surface. This one, selected contours, just this one, please. Oops, you know what it is? I do actually have to trim these. Oops, that looks extra gross. As construction. Oops. Gotta be very careful not to trim what I want to keep. And I need another revolved surface. To contours, just this one. Axis revolution, so many construction lines. Just that one. Then we'll do another revolved surface. For some reason I was looking at my stream and I was like, why is it not updating? Oh yeah, it's because it's a little behind. Gotta show this sketch again. Make it shared. This revolution and these contours. And another revolved surface. And this one. That axis. This contour. Yeah, okay. How tall does that end up being? Is that like a foot tall? How far is that from the top plane? Gosh, that is pretty far. 8.25 inches. Actually, that's probably about right. I think maybe this could stand to be a little less tall, but we'll call this the top cross-section sketch, and hit Control T so I can see the other things in the tree. We'll call this the dish section sketch. Call this dish, middle dish, revolve, bottom dish revolve, and the top dish revolve. Maybe more like 60 millimeters. Bring this one down a little bit to also 60. I kind of like that tall though. This one should be pretty close to the countertop. But that's roughly the idea that I'm going for, is I want a sequence of 3 of these little steps, and then the structure that supports all 3 of them will have to fit in this volume. So now I have to do... Let's see. I want this lower and wider. Like this one should be pretty close. Let's see. There we go. Hang on. It should overlap a little more. $25. What if it was more like 35? I think it needs even more overlap. Well, maybe not. Let's roll with this for now. So now I'll do probably a 3D sketch, but I have to figure out where I want my feet to go first. So, looking at this top view, I should actually pop this out so I can hide the top cross section and the dish section sketch. So now I just need to figure out, you know, what are the feet gonna look like? So let's do sort of a hexagon kind of thing, and make that mirrored. Align that on the center line. I don't know roughly where I want the, let's make those all equal too. I think I want this sort of back here. I don't know that I want these necessarily to be, for it to be symmetric, but I do think I want, that parallel so that it's sitting out close to the edge of the bed. That should be like 10 mil from the edge or something. This should be like a 1-inch chamfer-ish. I think that's actually too straight. I don't think that needs to be parallel there. Can I bring this back now, or is that... Oh, that's stuck from that distance. Okay. I think that does need to stay 10 mil from the corner, but this can come back in a little. Oops, and that's really breaking if I do funny things with it. Let's bring this out and make these equal. And then I'm going to use this guy to define a symmetry between these two. And that should make it so that it's always, yeah, that looks a lot better. You know, it stays symmetrical between the two. This looks decent. Okay, that changes where that lives. Let's say I want this to be grab this point, add a point feature there so that it gives me a reference. Say I want our nominal width to be something like, actually I don't think I even need to define it there. I think it would make more sense to define from this point. 194, let's see, 200 millimeters. And now I'm just sort of controlling my overall depth from, I do need to see where the dish sections are, because otherwise I'm just doing this on the fly. Let's be in a little bit, say 15 millimeters. Get rid of that point there as well. So that's roughly what I want the bottom section to look like, and then it should sort of let's exit sketch and take quick look at the dish sections, and then make a surface, say here. Selecting the point and the edge there, I can go back to features and reference plane. That'll be good enough. Drag that guy out. And we're gonna, on this plane, new sketch, just draw a circle here of some sort of arbitrary diameter, maybe about 60 mils is good enough. And I'll fully define it too, because why not? Some distance back from this point, 20 mils. Make the sketch. Right plane, sorry, front plane. We'll do I guess just a regular 2-point arc. Where's that other sketch? There it is. Still hiding for some reason. Hide some of the other sketches that are getting in the way. And now I'll do a quick arc from here to, oh gosh, I don't even have a, oh no, I do have a center reference for that. Okay. I can do this. Yeah, something like that. That looks, is that correct? No, actually my center is there, relatively speaking. So I think what I need to do is come back here and say, extend out to there. Yes. And then trim. Oops. Trim. Get rid of it. Come on. There we go. Now I got to define a point. This one's got the midpoint relation, but I actually want it coming from about here. Give it some curvature, 300, a little curvier, why not? Yeah. Swept boss, sorry, not swept, lofted. Lofted surface, I suppose. Profiles, this one to, whoops, nope, not that one. This one, please. Thank you. And guide curves, this guy. To next guide, global. Does not intersect? Oh, screw you. It intersects with both sections. Section number 1. Oh, hang on. I gotta do that in centerline parameters. Boink. There we go. Cool. That's kind of what I wanted to look like. Not quite that garbled, obviously. It should be a little more sensible than that. But the idea is to bring these in a little more and then into sort of a sharper tree from the front. So, the final item, I think if I did this instead of a surface loft, but as a features, lofted boss, section 1, section 2, center lines, gosh, produce, wouldn't be self-intersecting geometry, no it wouldn't. That's just fine. Gosh. Shit. Start and end constraints. New direction. None. I guess. I don't know why it's puking. We'll say thin feature, like flip direction. Oh gosh. It might crash. Ah, no, it didn't. Goodness. Okay, but it's really not happy with that, so not really sure why. I think I'm just being really lazy with the sketch functions here, but sue me. I'm gonna take my sweatshirt off because it's too warm in here. I'm gonna grab some water too. Much better. Oh, wait. Gosh, is it still not? Ha! I just realized I hadn't fixed the, Yeah, I still hadn't fixed the, thumbnail. Oh well, I'll just leave it. I don't think it's particularly important. So I want to take this rough foot profile. I think it could be narrower actually. Let's try like 175. Oops. Like 40. This up to like 80 perhaps. 90 even? Yeah, that's a little more like the shape that I had in my head. So now I need to figure out how I want to arc that down. And roughly how I want the exterior faces to look. This wasn't very well defined in my head, so this is going to be a bit of an adventure. Let's see, let's go from the right plane. Say I want to come to like right here, up to some width at the top. Let's hide the other sketches for now. Oop, and the plane, hush you. I know I want it on center line. I know I want it relative to the dishes, and the dish cross sections are actually the, let's see, the foot control sketch, I guess is what we'll call it. What's this one? What is that sketch? Yeah. Oh, those are two other sort of random control sketches. I don't think I need those, but anyway, this should be say 40 mils wide at the top. Yeah, 40 mils seems about right. It should come up to the plane of this. And this should be probably coincident with that point. I think it's just defining a 350. Yeah, okay, so now we're just defining the angle. I tend to like to do this sort of control of arcs with angles at the top rather than so like I want this to be like a 5-degree angle or something. And that gives me, I think, much finer control over sort of the departure point of them. We'll do a quick mirror as well, so I have profiles on both sides. And then I'll come to the front plane again and do a sketch from... I'll call this the roof plane. Make another sketch up here of a rectangle with some splits in it. And the splits are going to be split entities here and here. These two equal. And this gives us some separate termination points for our various dish sections for a sec. Gives us termination points for the various faces. Like this will match up to the 3 sort of truncated corners and gives those surfaces a place to go. It helps to have really particular control of the a really specific and tight control of where the vertices go, and to have a matching number of sections at both ends of your loft, just from a like tight control of the finished surfaces perspective, makes things a lot nicer. How long do I want those? Goodness. 20 mils, probably enough. Our width is pretty well controlled, so now it's just figuring out how deep I want this thing to be. I think I'm going to end up cutting the front differently. I'm just going to produce the back 3 surfaces and then trim them to suit as I need for the dishes. But that means this probably also has to be pretty far back in order to meet the... call it from the... Oops. Hang on. Why won't you let me select the origin? Is the origin not real? guess the origin's not real. Okay, so I have to have the dish section sketch up to dimension to that. Let's say I want this like 50 millimeters back. Oh, that's good. Make the sketch there. And now I'm going to add a... Let's see, this one was the sketch. This was... Oh, don't need that one anymore. Don't need this one anymore. This is the front wall profile curve sketch. Helps to name them just so you can find them later. This is the top. This is the end top section profile. And now we do a sketch on the right plane. I'm going to use a cubic for this, actually, because I really like using cubics lately, or a conic, rather. Just seems like you could do all sorts of interesting... Which plane am I working on here? Oh, I wasn't even on the... I think I was on the right plane. Do a quick conic. Here, here. Like that. So now we pick this guy and say, you're going to be coincident with that. That vertex and say you're going to be coincident with that. And now I get to define departure angles of these curves. Should do this probably... Where'd the finish of that conic go? Goodness. Okay, well, that's relatively easy. You just tell the conic, hey, you're tangent to these two guys, and then you have a pretty easy to drag around point for your surfaces. Let's see, I want like a 15-degree departure angle down here, and up here I don't want it any greater than, say, 60 degrees. And that defines sort of how the conic is going to be shaped, and then I can drag it in and out as I please to control the, I don't know, the shapeliness of it. 0.5 actually looks fine, so we'll leave that for now. So this is the... Add some sketches for a sec. Got the front wall profile curve. Now we can do project curve, sketch on sketch. These two. I think it's more than one open or closed profile. Rude. Okay. Gotta get rid of this then. Can't have that. Yeah, that's there. That's fine. Okay. And top section profile. Oh, whoops. I forgot that that's coincident with that. We'll just add a quick, say, select midpoint here, and I realized I have to show the dish section sketch in order to get select midpoint, and its hypothetical origin, and say horizontal, and that controls that now. That's just fine. This is the outermost edge front profile. This is the... Which one's this one? I think this one's the outermost edge right profile. Yeah, consistent naming is important here. Projected curve. Oops, not curved pattern. Yeah, project curve. There we go. Project these two onto each other. Now I got a curve. So if I go back and look at my foot control sketch, now I have a nice curve for controlling where everything goes. I think I'm probably going to do this actually. Let's do outermost edge profiles and or sorry, call this the right edge profiles and the front edge profiles. And I'm just going to do the same thing that I did for the right edge. And I can't just use the two sketches, but I can do... I think this one was just fine with a regular arc, so I'll do the same thing. Whoops, I keep picking the wrong... Okay, 3-point arc. Do the same thing, go to the same spot, and pick that point and that point, say coincident, give ourselves a... I think I want these to have like the same departure angle. So instead of defining that as a radius, which it's going to have some funky radius, I'll define it to be tangent to its buddy up there, and that'll be just fine. And then I'll do the same thing for that, except I will define those to be coincident, and then it should give me 3 separate curves that I can use to generate my various edge profiles. So I need to actually do oh gosh, it won't let me do that in the same sketch, will it? I forgot. Okay, so I have to have... I do have to call this the outermost edge right profile, and this is going to be the outermost edge front profile, and then I have to do this 3 times, so that's fine. A little annoying, but that's life. So let's see, this one was on the right plane, so we'll do that again. Another curve, sort of arbitrariness. Say you're going to be tangent to that. Bring it down. Say you are coincident with this, and that's fully defined. This is the rearmost edge right profile, and then I do front plane sketch and front profile. Hide the other ones for a sec. Outermost edge. Let's see. No, I need that one. I'll do another conic here just because conics are fun. I really like modeling with conics. I had an opportunity to use them the other day at work, and I was like, oh wow, these are just a proper joy to make smooth things. Do the same trick with the tangency again. Make that coincident with that. And coincident back there. Control my departure angle. And control or my termination angle and my departure angle. 12.5. Say 5, I suppose. 5.6. Yeah, that looks pretty smooth. I like that. And now this is the rearmost edge front profile. Select these two, say, what is it, project curve. There's our next curve. Building it up piece by piece. I think I'll be able to do this at the end with a boundary boss, actually, which would be pretty fun. One more right plane. And this is, yep, that's the right spot. Make that on point there, on point there. Call that one out there, and then this is the front edge right profile. Instead of outermost, I think I'll name this outer edge, just to keep my feature names a little shorter. It's the outer edge, the rear edge, the front edge. Nice and simple. So the front edge right profile, now the front plane, front profile. Do one more conic. Up here-ish, down to here-ish. Do that. Give myself some points. Now tangent, tangent. And this one matters a lot less because I just kind of get to, like, I'm going to trim a lot of this away anyway. Which makes me realize I need this actually to be a lot further back. Oh well. We'll just call it 0.5 for now. I do want a steeper angle on the front still. Like 10 degrees probably. And this one can be like 80 degrees because it's going to be at the top side. This is the front edge front profile. This is the outer edge curve, the rear edge curve, one more project, is the front edge curve. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty decent. I forget, does this one need... Can this one go up here? No, the outer edge right profile. Oh, yeah, he defines that for some reason. That's a little weird. I'm gonna... Hang on, I'm gonna change that. Yeah, you don't have that definition, and you don't have... You're just... you're 40 millimeters wide on your own. And then you come before the other one, and this one is defined relative to you. I think that's a little more sane. That way all this stuff's in the right order. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good. So let's do a quick mirror. I think I can mirror curves. Boink, boink. Bodies, maybe? Features? Can I not mirror curves? Oh gosh, I don't think I can mirror curves. Okay, well, I guess I have to do this. Shoot. No, wait, I've already got the... I already have these sort of other internal control curves as the rear... or the rear and front profiles. So I can do... Gosh, okay. How am I gonna do this? I think I have to... I'm gonna extend this guy. He's gonna become solid. And these other ones are gonna stay around here as construction. And why did it suddenly get all warped loopy-doopy on me? What happened there? Why... Oh, I see. These suddenly can be different lengths. Okay, that's a little annoying. How do I fix that? I think I'm gonna keep you. I'm gonna trim you. Split that into two pieces. There we go. Okay, that was really lazy. Splitting that into two pieces means you can force the halves to be the same length, which is busted and weird, but it'll be fine. So I come back up here, say, draw myself a line through the middle, and then split those, make that coincident, and then we're fine again. Okay. Edge the front, two other profiles. Now I can do a lofted boss. Actually, maybe a boundary boss is even better than this. No, a bounded boss is not it. I think it's actually a lofted boss here. Profile 1, profile 2, guide curves. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Just makes the right shape. And now we do a quick mirror. On this plane, bodies to mirror. This one, merge solids. Boom. That's what I had in my head. That's what I had in my head. Alright, it only took me 40-ish minutes to get there. I think I need to... I think I want like a little bit of a scoop on this back edge. Which means that's gonna break. But I could probably do it with a swept profile, actually. But I do need the foot control to come back quite a bit. Yeah. Let's see. Can I make this just... It's 5. How much room does that give me? Oh man, Muscle Peel. That's a song I haven't heard too long. Great song. This is a little bit wide, but I think... Yeah, I think I need to just flip that one around. Like, reverse direction? Rebuild? Nope. Okay, that didn't work. Dish cross-section. That was the top cross-section, rather. So we're going to drag this back a little bit. It needs to be back on this side of this point. Make that like 10 millimeters. Because I really want more meat back here. which does fortunately mean that I can actually control some of this with the dish section, or the top area cross sections. If I could select this dimension, which I almost can't. 80, bring that out a little. Oh, it shortened the whole thing up. That's right, I forgot, because it's controlled by the... Yeah, top cross section. You can have less overlap. You can have a little more sweep. If we come down to the foot control, we can say I want you a little further back. And we could be a little narrower, 150 maybe. Yeah, that's looking pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with that. So from this, we have enough information to... Gosh, I think I want these to sweep in a little faster. So I'm gonna go... Outer edge right profile. I think these need to be conics, unfortunately, which means I do need to break... I think it's gonna... No, actually, it'll just project the curves, so I can replace this wholesale without breaking anything. But that does mean you need to do so the top section, so the foot control, and we'll call this the loft foot control sketch. And this is the loft head control sketch. And you come to this one, and you are getting your shit whacked. All this is see the sketch pattern. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, you're a conic now. Everything's conics. Today is the day of conics. Oh, I can pre-do it too. I can just have these guys. I can say you're coincident with that. You're coincident with that. Select them all. Drag this around where I want it. Where's my conic? Conic. Conic. Assign some arbitrary row value. Oh man, this song bangs. Pit Keeper. I always forget about Muscle Peel and Pit Keeper, but I listened to those two a lot. a lot when I was a kid. Well, not even as a kid, just like when I was in years ago. And it turns out they still bang. So I guess I shouldn't really be surprised by that. Let's maintain the 5 degree here and change this row value to 0.7. I want that like pretty steep. It should be coming in quite a lot. The dish is going to be plenty stiff enough to support itself, so I don't need to have that extra. So the right edge row profile, he changes now, especially next relative to the outer edge row profile. Come down there. Let's do coincident. Yes, coincident there. Do all that stuff. Add a conic. Five. Oh, you know what? I can give these ones like angles relative to their buddies. That's kind of fun. Relatively easily. I think I gotta do it this way though, which is kind of gross, but look. Don't look at me. Just don't look too closely. 5 degrees or even 10 degrees? I want those to be a little steeper, so. And thanks to the magic of conics, I know they will never overlap. So, man, that is a heck of a schnoz going on there. Got some serious schnoz factor. I'm going to tweak the foot control sketch. So instead of being sort of a more typical chamfer definition, I'm going to make this... I want that 40 millimeters wide, which means that this will now be the same width. If I measure this, measure between these two, minimum distance 40 mils, maximum distance 40 mils, defined, set, very solid. So let's take off the transparency and take a quick peek at the zebra stripes here. I don't know, that all looks fairly smooth. There's some funkiness going on, but I think it's, I think that'll work nicely. I almost want some recurve in this, but I don't think that's really all that necessary. So, yeah, let's try. I think I need to avoid the back of this a little bit more. So I think I will come back to the front profiles, go to the right profiles and come back to the front profiles. Say, what if you were more like 50 degrees? And same for you. Give myself some room. And I think I can even actually... That's kind of overkill. It makes it a little bit too chunky. But I do like the sort of spine going on here. But I think this guy can move out more. So dish section... Oh, sorry, that's in the top cross-section sketch. I like this position, so I'm going to lock it in by saying, over-constraining it and giving this guy a dimension. I think this is a... Leave this dimension driving. It's going to puke for a sec. And then I'm just going to switch this to be controlling this dimension this way and make it more like 100. Yeah, that's a little more like what I had in my head. I think it can even come down and forward some more. So it's more like 90. 210. Yeah. That looks pretty good. This is probably too steep on the front here, so I can change that with the front edge front profile. Say this is more like 20 degrees, maybe even 30 degrees. And if I increase the row, it does that, so I think I want something more like 0.3. It's a little shallower. I can come up here. I think this needs to be further forward, the head control. So we'll make this guy, what do I want to say? 75? I brought it like really far forward. Yeah, I think that looks good. So this is a good enough basis, I think, to say, okay, I've got the base shape refined now with enough twiddling, fiddle farting that looks like kind of what I had in my head. Now I'm gonna let's do some organization. So hide all my various sketches, switch back to a more conventional, looking at feature view. I've got a roof plane where I'm finishing. I've got, don't leave my site. I would like to continue listening to music. Gosh, how do I get so many things that aren't songs in my playlist? This is weird. Weird. Actually, I think I might need this to come a little further forward. This whole block. This can be more like 40 or even 30, and I'll have this guy slide on from the rear. 30. Shrink this up a little bit, more like 60. I think that's enough. So now I can come to the front plane and say, all right, now I'm going to start cutting away material. I'm going to do... Let's see, can I do an extruded surface? Can I just pick a rim? Surface extrude. Oh, that's weird. It lets me extrude in a random direction. All right. Not really what I need. I think I need a... Let's do a sketch on... Hang on. I want these two. Okay, hide you. Hang on. Pick the... gosh, which sketch is it? Dish section. Show me the dish section, please. I need a plane that actually sits up here. So if I pick there, can I just make a plane on it? I can. Cool. Yeah, coincident. Awesome. And then I'll do another thing over here. Add a plane. There's some planes. Do a sketch on here. Take that edge, convert, features. Ooh. I don't have to do this. I can define this in... let's get rid of all these. All this stuff doesn't need to be here. I can do this from the dish section. Say... this guy is same distance as this, and he's got some some angle inwards, maybe more like 20 degrees. Actually, you know what? I think I have to control it the other way. I'm gonna make these two the real ones, or make those ones the real ones, these ones the construction ones. And then I'm gonna add an edge there. Actually, it doesn't need to be the same length. That's fallacious. It's a little silly. But I do need to control the angle, and then I can do that built into my profiles. I can have these sort of conical cutouts where I want clearance over the baskets. And I'm also realizing that the way I want the dishes is different because I need to have them have a flat edge on the backside. So, oh gosh. Yeah, okay. Let's not do this yet. Let's pause and ponder for a sec. I know I need some cutout on the back of this one, but exit out of these gonna be... Nope, okay, broke it. Undo a whole bunch of things. Undo all this. Okay. Still have that. That's all good. From the front plane, these dishes are not printable as is. I have this conception that I want to kind of cut them off and have a flat on one edge to give myself enough surface area on the bottom side to slide them up and lock them into place against the main part. But in order to do that, I have to cut a flat edge somewhere. So I think if we look at these side profiles, I'm going to do that somewhere like here-ish. Oops, come on, right there, please. Thank you. And I'll cut them and add a cutting surface right there, basically. That. Oh, you know what? I should really also add construction circles for knowing how wide. If I add some vertical lines here, then I can control the position of where my cutting plane is based on how wide the edge of the dish is going to be. So I probably need about 3 inches. So 75 millimeters, say, might be enough. 100 might be closer. But also, welcome people to the stream. I didn't expect anyone to actually watch this. So welcome, welcome. Let's cut another thing over here. Give myself another cutoff plane. Another controlling pair of lines. We're gonna do, let's see, I want this one to be like 100 millimeters, or actually probably more than that. 125, where does that put me? Ooh, there-ish maybe? Doing this very much on vibes. 20 degrees is probably enough. Oh, I just realized I don't need to do that as an arbitrary thing. I can just do this between this angle, which is a little nicer. Oop, nope. Cancel please, right there. 45 maybe? Yeah, we'll call that good. Surfaces, extruded surface. Through all, direction 2, through all. Yeah, okay. Now, trim. Surface, these two. Remove selections, that one. Oop. Shoot. Okay, I can't have those lines up there. That's a shame. Can't do this alone. That might actually end up being fine. We'll see. If I unhide the body right now, I can see roughly where I'm gonna need to trim later. Nah, I think I do need to have those there. Drag that line up there. This line up here. 35 and 20. Yeah, alright. Now, if I do a trim with these two, linear? What if I want to get rid of the other stuff? Shit. Can't get rid of that up there. Damn. Natural? I can't get rid of just the... Oh, you know what? I can do a delete face. Now we're good. Okay. Let's be fine. Boink, 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 delete. Oops. I forgot to get rid of this backside. Backside removed. The opposite of Brazilian butt lift. Trimmed pieces cannot be sewn together. Shit. Okay, maybe I need a... Can I intersect him? Oh, let's hide this, because he's in the way. Can I intersect these? Will that work? Intersect. Closed volume. That's fine. Create intersecting regions. Intersect. Assume surfaces. Merge result. Okay. Intersect seems to be very much a... I really want to do this all in one. Shoot. I think I'll just have to do that cut later. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine. It makes me a little bit sad, but... too darn clever to do that in one go. So... Intersect. Boink, boink. Boink, boink. Oops. Sorry, not intersect. Trim surfaces. Probably won't let me do both of these in one go. Move selections. It will! Whoop! Did I just accidentally delete one? I think I did, yeah. Keep selections. Yeah, I want that one back, please. Keep selections. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Trimmed dishes. Forgot to do it for the bottom one. And then I flipped the polarity by accident. So I still gotta do one more. Still gotta do one more up here. So we'll add this guy. Coincidence. Ooh. Oh, you know what it is? I forgot to unhide the dish section sketch. I think is... Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now we'll do that, that, and that. We can trim this guy's front side and give him a base width, which should work just fine. Use a sketch. Yes. Come up with the surface trim. Add these extra surfaces. Say remove. Doink, doink, doink. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's coming together. Okay. I'll have to do some other stuff later to make those look the way I want them. I'm imagining sort of like a little bit of a horseshoe shape in the bottom to give them some thickness. TBD. We'll figure that out later. So now I think I can do an intersect and say all three of these intersect. What? Shoot. Okay. Can I do an extruded surface from an edge? Or an edge in which to create a new sketch? Edge. Nope. Okay. Alright, let's do this a goofy way. I really wish I could just extrude profiles. That would make this a lot easier. I think this guy can be even bigger, honestly. Can I just make this like... This is now an 8-inch circle? And probably cut back the floor. This is the spine loft. It lofts the spine from the foot to the head. I don't think your spine goes to your feet, but here it does. So mirror, mirror, extrude. Look. Hey, wait a minute. Why are those not zebra stripes? Oh, did the mirror not knit surfaces, maybe? It's not merging the tangent surfaces, which is a little disconcerting, but they look to be the same, and the polygonization of them looks to be the same, based on sort of the gray gradients down here, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Thicken... Let's just thicken all of them at once. I can't thicken all of them at once. No! 0.375? 0.375 inches. Oop, do not merge result though. That looks really bad. 5 inches. Is that a little better? It doesn't really. Okay, well, don't merge. Thicken. Verse. Not merge. Thicken. This guy. Not merge. Extruded cut. This. Convert. Features. Extruded cut. Other direction. Up to next. And draft. 15 degrees. Could not find end face for feature. Why? Why'd you do that? Could not find end face. How about just through all? How about that? Yeah, that makes it happier. Okay. Is there room in here for the feature that I'm envisioning? Do a front plane section. I need sort of a like a trapezoidal cut through here so I can rotate them into place, and then they'll just sit nice and flush. I'm not sure that's going to be easy necessarily. Spine loft. This is mirror spine loft, or spine loft mirror. This is, what was this surface for? This was the dish trimming surfaces? Printing flat surfaces. This is the dish printing flat trims. Top dish thicken. Middle dish thicken. And bottom dish thicken. This is top dish clearance. This guy can actually be a lot further over, I'm realizing. Which we can do from the top cross section. So let's bring this back to like 190. 180? What can I go with that? I can go pretty far. Oh wait, I can't because I have gotta control the final position of the head. This has to be more like 50 millimeters and bring that back some. That looks better. One more extruded cut. Convert, features, extruded cut. Flip direction, through all, draft 15. Only this body, please. Ooh, I need to do move, copy body, move, copy bodies, copy these ones, do proceed, I do, and then I'll hide these three, do a combine, or sorry, intersect. Intersect lets me get rid of the stuff in the middle too. Pick all three of them, create both, and then, oops, invert selection, keep only that guy. I got a funny trim there, but fix that in a sec. There we go. Cool. That spine is thicker than I imagined it, so I'm gonna do something funny here. I think I can just delete those and patch them. Yeah, baby. Cool. Yeah, getting there. I think, gosh, it needs to get skinnier even faster, I think, on the backside. And this can actually have a more vertical front foot now, which I should be able to do pretty easy by just saying 20, and then it's good. And it's happy. 15? How steep can I make that? 85? Does that break things? 88? Oh, you know what? No, I don't have to change the angle up here. I just have to modify this row value a little bit. Whoop! Oh, whoop! Uh-oh! Yeah, that breaks that, so... It does look really funny with the ship prow, but I don't think we need that. Oh, gosh. Now it's playing other weird stuff. Okay, I need to go fix music for a sec. So, let's do. Can I have it just play focus mix stuff? Yeah. Okay. Focus super mix. Champignons by Salut C'est Cool is a song to focus to, but it's too energetic. So instead, we're gonna switch to Tycho and tell it to play a song based on that. That'll be a little more chill, I think. I think I also want this to be steeper, like 30 degrees. This one can be also 30 degrees. Maybe like 25. I think if this were a cubic spline, it would be easier to sort of step this out a little. But I think, oh gosh, I think maybe, let's see, the rear edge curve, right front profile. Can I steepen this up a little bit without breaking things? 5 degrees? And the outer edge curve, front profile. 7.5? Yeah. Kind of nice to have it a little steeper. Let's do a cut from the top plane real quick and do... No, it can't be the top plane. It's got to be a section from the top, brought up, and flipped around. So that's roughly where I want the height of the clearance. I think, yeah. So this is the bottom dish clearance. This is actually the middle dish clearance. Misnamed that. Body move copy. This is duplicating dishes for intersect. Remove dish volumes. Oh! I just realized I have a little bit of a feature for free here because of these sketch profiles that I can use. Yeah, okay. Let me make sure I have this right in my head before I do something really stupid that doesn't work. Does that make sense? Oh, this runs the risk of looking really cool, but I gotta make sure I do it right, and I have it right in my head before I attempt to draw it. So, when I did this intersect, so I'm duplicating the dishes for the intersect, I'm drawing clearances for the dishes. I want to also have pre-cut into these, because I'm intersecting the dishes to move them away. I want to have pre-cut into these the profiles of the trapezoids. So let's select these two and see if I can't do, let's see, I want a swept cut. I think I need to go here and here. This is going to involve a whole bunch of extra planes, I think, but, or no, it was an extruded cut, plane and edge, and a swept cut sort of expects you to have already made stuff. It doesn't let you make stuff ahead of time. So I do have to do this I do have to make planes for this. So we'll call that there, put a plane on it, draw a quick trapezoid. I don't know if I want this to be perpendicular necessarily. I need these to be parallel. I need that to be the midpoint. I need this to be 3 millimeters thick, and let's say 15 millimeters wide. And we'll make these 60 degrees apart, 30 degrees apart. Oops. No, it does have to be 60 degrees, sorry. Oh, yeah, C by Tycho. more good songs to add. Cool. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, if I sweep, exit, swept cut, up this, do not auto select, only select this body. Cannot create a profile for the sweep. Why not? Oh, because I need to do a selection manager and pick just this edge. That's fine. Cool. Now, oh, this is gonna look so cool. Oh, it looks slightly bad. But now, if I hide that, if I hide this body, I have built-in tab to align that. Yes. Okay, so now I just have to go do that 2 more times. And we'll hide that right there. This is the top dish attachment lug plane. Attachment lug sketch plane. And this is the top dish attachment lug cavity cut. That is such a long name. This is the top dish attachment lug profile. Sketch. Gosh. Okay. Now you just have to do that. Let's see. It was gotta make the plane. So pick that. And I think that one actually goes towards the direction I want to attach it to. I have to pick different edges for this one, but that's at the end of the world. I don't have it on my quick, so I'm gonna make a plane with it that way. I'm just gonna copy the over here, make a new sketch, and now I have my features just fine. Cool. 60 degrees, 15, and 3 mils tall. Pick that and that, go mid-plane, we're set. This is the middle dish attachment lug profile sketch. Now we do a swept cut, and then do a selection manager. Oops, can I not pick? Oh no, I could only pick the solid ones. Ah, that's so rude. Okay, put that on pause for a sec. Come back to this sketch. Make these ones the solid ones. Flip this around. The middle dish revolve is going to break for a sec. That's fine. I just have to tell it. Oops. Sketch and rebuild anyway. Middle dish revolve. Sketch is not. Give me the friggin' property manager. Sketch has no contour geometry, but it does have contour geometry. I was just there. Oh gosh, if I have to... okay. That's so annoying that I'm gonna have to... Oops. Wait, why did it work with that? Hang on, it shouldn't work with... That still produces valid parts? What? That should break. It's a thin revolve with... Oh, but I already selected it. So I can just... Oh! Oh, okay, so now we're saved. We're all good. So I can use that as the... This is the middle dish attachment lug sketch plane. And now this one is the swept cut. And we do a selection manager, pick our edges, we're good, we're awesome, selected bodies, just that one please. Cool, okay, one step closer. This is the middle dish attachment lug cavity cut. And now we do one more plane. There and there. Technically this will break if I... Oh, you don't... Ooh. Can I delete that edge safely? I don't think I can, because I think that does actually need the pierce constraint. I could have done it with points and then used verticals and coincidence, but having done it with the pierce constraint and now trimmed those and they're separate, I don't think I can recombine them without breaking things. So I just won't. Yes, I will. That's cleaner. Top cross section. Point, 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 point. Things will become floaty for a little while. Pierce, 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 pierce. I guess maybe the more sane way to do this would be with center lines, but this way I have, I don't know. This'll work. Oops, come on. Oh, was I controlling the height of those before with... Okay, no, now we're all back to defined. Awesome. Okay. Put one there. Whoops, come on. No, co-radial. You silly goose. This one still has 2 sections as well. Pick those, delete them. Remake it, co-radial. Co-radial, banging, awesome. And just printing flat surfaces, what did that break? Who's got broken relation? Display delete relations, who's... Oh! Okay, that's fine. Those two just don't... that was just coincident with those. Which I can fix really easily, but just going coincident there. Going coincident there. Cool. And this plane is complaining because the sketch segment is missing. But now I can fix it. And what part of this is complaining? Oh, the sketch changed. Selection manager, one edge, bang up. I think I also need to make sure that it's not profile orientation follow path. Yes, okay, that does look good. Last one. Yes, okay. Now I just copy the sketch from before, go to this one, new sketch, paste. Same feature, 60 degrees, 15 degrees, and 3 degrees. Pick the point, midplane, sketch, swept cut. I don't remember the last time I saved. Oh, that's gonna be really frustrating. Is that it? Is that it? Is it all gone? That's pretty depressing. Let's set up error recovery and then get back to it. Because I don't know why that wasn't turned on. Options, system options, backup recover. Yeah, that's really frustrating. At least it's all recorded. Yeah, I'm going to go for a run. And then I'm going to go help my buddy work on my boat. or work on our boat. And then I'm gonna maybe come back and try this again this evening, once I've reviewed the footage. Because I think I have a pretty good idea of what the shape looked like. And I know how I was doing it from the start this time. So it should be quicker to get back to. But boy, is that really frustrating. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Thank you for those of you watching. Appreciate it. Always nice to have someone watching what I'm up to. Tune in next time, I guess. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you for watching along, and see you next time.